Hello, welcome into my workshop and welcome to the show Creations in Clay. My name is Louis Palladini, and tonight I'd like to do something that everyone is familiar with. I want to do a replica of a Bigfoot foot, and I'll show you how to make that out of clay. I'll show you the types of clay that we can use. There's an air hardening clay such as this, which can be bought in any art store. It'll harden like in a couple hours or overnight, and you can use that. There's also this oil-based clay, which never hardens. You can use it over and over again. And this is the one I used to use all the time as a kid. My preference for the clay is a clay called Super Sculpey, which can be fired in the oven at about 275 degrees for about 15 or 20 minutes. I'll show you the size balls of clay we'll be using tonight. We'll be using this size ball of clay right here, and this will be used for the actual foot. And then I have 5 smaller balls of clay, which will make up the toes. So these are this is the size of the toes. These 3 here are the larger toes. These 2 are like the smaller toes. I'll show you how to make the foot. And the piece that we're going to be making right now, just think of that part of the foot without the toes. And that's what we're going to show you how to make. So I'm going to take this, squeeze this clay in our hands, and then I'm going to try to flatten it out a little bit. So I'm going to push down on the table. Let's see that? And then now we're starting to get what we want. I'm going to just work my fingers, make it a little bit bigger. See, we've got this rounded shape. We want to kind of make that shape there, but I want to make this flatter. So I just keep working it, just like that. And then what I want to kind of do, see, I'm taking my hand, I kind of want to see how it's kind of like at an angle. We want to start to create that. And what I want to do is I'm going to put this down on the table now. And I'll push down. It'll be easier to flatten it out now. Kind of take your fingers and see how I'm pushing that down? Just like that. Just like that. Just keep pushing. What I'm going to do is I want to smooth out these edges. See what I'm doing there? Like that. Smooth that out like that. Kind of go around and smooth it out over here also. So I got... Now I want to see if it's close to the size of the other one. We'll look right now. It's approximately the same size. I just need to stretch it out a little bit more. So that I'll try to pull it this way. So you're going to stretch that out, just like that. Now, I want to see if I put it over this one. They're about the same size now. I'll put that over that one, and it's almost there. I want to kind of take and go like that. See how we're doing that? Just like that. And that's the shape that we want right now. I'll show you how to make the toes. I'm going to take this piece of clay here. We're just going to try to make it into that toe-like shape. See? Think of your big toe on your own foot. And we're going to see how I did that? Just like that. And then what we're going to do is put it right up here. And I'll work that and try to work that in. We'll flip it over, work it from the other side. See how I'm doing that? Then we'll, just like that. I'll proceed to make the other toes. See, I'm lengthening those out. What I'm going to do is we can put these down on the table and kind of do it like that. So these appear to be too long, so I'm just going to clip it off like that, a little bit right there, like that. See how I did that? And then we'll work this in like that. Just like that. And then from behind I'll take the clay and work it so it okay. And then I'll roll another toe like this on the table. And I'll put that, attach that right there. See how I did that? And then we'll go from the other side and make sure that we're doing that. And then I'll make the two final toes. I want to get this right here. See that? And now I'm going to pick this up and put that right there. So we did that. And then we'll make the final and last toe. Just go like that on the table. And I'm going to attach that near the end here. So what I want to do, make sure that they're still kind of separated. See how we're doing that? And I want to just like that. See how we're doing that? You know, if the proportion's a little off, don't worry about that, but I'm just trying to give you the basic idea of what to do. So now, that's starting to look like a foot now. So the next step that we want to do is we want to take a piece of tin foil, and this can be bought like in a supermarket or a CVS or someplace like that, and you take and crinkle it up into a ball. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to take and I'm just going to dab it like this to give it that texture of the foot. See how we're doing that? Just like that. And then another thing I want to do is I want to go around the edges. See? Oh, I'll like this. See I'm doing that? We want to do the edges like that. And we'll go all the way around. See, I'm going to tap it on the side so we get that way. And what I'm also going to do is I'll do it from like this. I'll pick it up. See I'm doing that? Because I want to make sure I get all the way around. And then we'll proceed to put it back on the table again. And I'll just do this. Just like that. See how that is? Well, I'm going to tap the toes a little bit, give them some texture. And we'll pick pick that up. And I just want to maybe separate this a little bit. I'll use this to, see that? See the foot? Now you have your replica of the Bigfoot foot, of like a plaster casting. And it is now ready to be fired in the oven. And now that we've fired the Bigfoot foot in the oven, it is now ready for painting. I'll show you the types of paints we'll be using. They're acrylic paints. There's about 18 in this package. They can be bought in any art store. And we're going to be using one color tonight, white. And I'll show you how to do that. Get the white paint, put these aside, and we're going to use one size brush. I'm going to use this brush here. It's the biggest of the brushes, and I think that'll be the easiest one to use because we have a lot of area to cover. I'll show you how to paint that. I'm going to start with the toes. See, just kind of go back and forth like that. And then, you see I'm going kind of like around them like that. Just like that. And see how that, because what I want to do is I want to get in between the toes. So see how I'm doing that? And I'm getting that tip right there. See that? And then we'll continue to proceed down the foot, go back and forth, like that. We'll try to do the sides. I'm going to do the sides. See how they're doing that? Just dab it. See how we did that? Then we'll do the end here. See how I'm doing that? Then we're going to paint up here. See that? Just like that. Just dab it nicely, back and forth, back and forth. And then we're going to get the end right here. And you're going to paint all around like that. See this? Back and forth, back and forth. And you'll paint all the edges. And I will show you what the final version of the foot will look like. This is the final version right here. And you can see filled in very nicely. And that is the clay version of the plaster foot of a Bigfoot foot. I do want to thank you for coming to Creations in Clay tonight, and I do look forward to seeing you again next week. Goodbye for now.